Hey, hello everyone, it's Ruben here, and in this video today we are going to talk about the Necromancer and specifically Stamina and Magicka NECROMANCER, about how those two feel, how they play, and maybe I can give you a better insight on what to pick. Now, of course, this is my own opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion, so always keep it in mind. So I have been playing quite a lot of Stamina NECROMANCER already in PvP, done PvE tanking as well, and PvE DPS. Magicka NECROMANCER not so much, but I did a lot of Magicka NECROMANCER public test server, checking it out, how it feels and how it plays. So I have a good grasp of how both of these feel. And first of all, the Necromancer in general. My opinion about the Necromancer is that it is a little bit similar to Warden in certain ways, as a Warden, for example, can be a very good DPS support role in PvP, for example. It can have good group buffs and debuffs for AoE, such as Subterranean Assault, Deep Fissure. And I feel the same about the Necromancer, because both the Necromancer and the Warden just aren't great for 1v1 situations, for example. They don't really have such great abilities, in my personal opinion, that they really shine in 1v1, such as a Dragon Knight, a Sorcerer, Templar, or a Nightblade. They just don't feel like that. They really are better in like group situations, especially with the corpse system. The more corpses are around you, the better. So being in a group situation, there will be more corpses generated, because if you are in a 1v1, the only corpses you will get are the corpses you get from summoning minions. It's not like you will get corpses from people dying around you, because you are in a 1v1. And between the Magicka and the Stamina Necromancer, I would say the Magicka Necromancer is even more focused on supporting role than a Stamina role. The Stamina role, you can at least do somewhat DPS, not saying you cannot do damage with a Magicka NECROMANCER, but I really feel like the Magicka NECROMANCER is even more leaning towards the supportive role in stuff like PvP, PvE, than the Stamina Necromancer. The Stamina Necromancer, like with the Ravenous Goliath, you definitely have some more damage, and you actually have a very good damage attack slash AoE, though of course you need your ultimate for that. Whereas with the Magicka NECROMANCER, I just couldn't really find anything that I'm like finding really good for 1v1 fights or situations. Now the buffs and stuff that you get and the passives from the Necromancer are really amazing. Some passives give you like a 200 stamina Magicka recovery passive if you have an ability up. So that is really powerful. But then again, I just don't feel like it's so good for 1v1. I mean, what you are seeing right now is the Ravenous Goliath form, and it's just broken. So I personally don't expect this to stay too long in the game, because my bash at the moment, I don't have all my passives. There are people out there who have like an 8 to 9k bash attack with it. So it's absolutely insane, and there is not much you can do with it or against it. So yeah, that is basically my opinion about the Necromancer in general. The Necromancer definitely feels like a DPS support, and if you're going Magicka NECROMANCER, even feels more like a support DPS instead of a DPS support. It really focuses more on being a supportive type of role. I am sure you can make it work as a DPS, but for stuff like 1v1, apart from the Ravenous Goliath form or anything like that, I really have to see it. Now the Frozen Colossus, stuff like that, that is very powerful. I have seen it being used in 1v1s. I mean, those ultimates are really good, but thinking without the ultimates and stuff like that, it just doesn't seem up to par as other classes in regards to 1v1 situations. In regards to group PvP, small scale stuff like 4 versus 4, or Cyrodiil 6 versus 6, or maybe even 10 groups of 10 people. There the Necromancer, that's more where the Necromancer will shine, in my opinion, with the corpses around him and being able to debuff big groups of enemies, or even buffing their own allies. So it was a bit of a short video, but this is my opinion and take on Stamina and Magicka NECROMANCER and Necromancer in general. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want to see this build that you are currently seeing, you can check out learneso.net. We already got several Necromancer builds on there. Gold guides, leveling guides, best spots to power level. We got crafting guides and everything else. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in Tamriel. I'm out.